Hello everyone, it's me, the Geek Daddy. We're back with another video. It's been a little while, but we're back. And we are starting a new series with Farming Simulator 25. After speaking to a few people, Harry and Dougie and a couple of others on our Discord server, we've decided to start a new series, and it is sort of like a hardcore mode. So what we'll be doing, this title screen explains it. The premise of this series is to build a successful farm while not taking loans, not using any subsidies, and to a degree only buying used equipment, until such a time as the farm is running well enough to buy better equipment. This is farming on a shoestring. Can we make a profit? Will we be a successful farmer? Find out with me. So essentially what we're going to be doing is going into Zielonka map. It's a map that I've played very little of, and that was really because some people put me off it in their own sort of reviews of things. Those people I'm no longer friends with for various reasons, as some of you are aware. But I thought with the new game being out and some of the improvements to the game that have been included, it was time to have a look. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go like hardcore. So we can only buy used equipment for a time. We only start with equipment that we get at the start, if we get any, and we've got very limited funds. So we have to be very, very careful how we do this. And to me, that makes the game a little bit more realistic. In another save file and on the multiplayer server, we're kind of doing it as we feel. If we want to take loans, we can. If we want to use subsidies, we can. But on this one, we're going to go a bit more realistic, a bit more hardcore. So, without further ado, let's get into it and load up the map. So here we are. So here we are in Central Europe, in Zielonka. We're starting here. We don't own this start farm. It doesn't look like we don't own any land at the moment. So I think the first thing to do is to find a vehicle, and we'll explore the map and find out where we want to place our farm. And this does look like a nice area to start, but it is the start farm. And I think if we're going to go starting from scratch, what we need to do is explore the map and pick an area that we can start from. So this is the map. This is the whole map. It's quite a large area. There's a lot of farmland. I'm thinking down here somewhere, towards the bottom of the map, or to this side here, there's lots of small fields that would be quite manageable, or up the top. That's quite good as well. There's some land there we could build a house on. But anyway, we'll go to the store, we'll buy a truck or something to drive around in, and we'll have a look and pick an area. So let's jump to the store. The store is over here, I think. We're not too far away. This looks like the store. Everything's in Polish or whatever, so it's a bit... I don't know any Polish, so we have to bear with me. This is definitely the shop. So I think the first thing to do is probably we want to buy a tractor of some sort. We've only got 500,000, so we have to be really, really careful with what we get for money. Let's look at the used, so we can save a bit of money there. Okay, so we'll buy the used equipment because that is what we're supposed to be doing. That's not loaded in. Let's go back out. And do you want to purchase it for £0? Hey, that's not worked. Let's try again. Right, let's come out of the store. It's not loading. Do you want to buy it for £0? It's glitched out. It's not letting me buy it. Oh, that's weird. Right, let's see if we can buy something else. That's 134,000. That's a lot of money. This one's 39,000. I don't really think it's not going to give us much choice. It's only even at the most, it's 112 horsepower. So let's do that. Let's change our number plate if we can. We'll put our name in. put in GeekDaddy if we can get it in there. DADDY. There we go. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, right, let's buy. So we've already made quite a sizable purchase of our small tractor. This is not... I would have liked to have got the used equipment. It's not loading, so... Oh, there we go. Do you want to purchase it for 63,500? We will, and then we'll possibly look at selling the other one. What's that? That's a mulcher. And that's a fertilizer spreader. We'll probably buy the fertilizer spreader as well. If only so that we've got the equipment to fertilise a field. We haven't got a field yet. We haven't bought any field. What on earth? What? Right, okay. That tractor's completely glitched out. Right. Let's reload the map and see if we get any joy. Apologies. Okay. So we're back on the farm. Let's see if we can get the equipment to load properly. There's going to be different equipment now, of course. That was quite a glitch. That was quite something. Right, so let's see. So we haven't got the same tractor. We've got a John Deere feller, so for felling trees, and then we've got a... Ooh. Well, we can't really argue with that. We'll buy that tractor straight away. I know it's 181,000, but we want a tractor that is just going to do whatever we need it to do, and that is going to be our workhorse tractor, I think. What else have we got? A subsoiler. That will work. We'll buy the subsoiler as well. So we've got £776,176. We're in pounds, even though we're in Central Europe. In this universe, Europe adopted the pound, not the euro. So, so we'll roll with that. So let's hook up our subsoiler so that we can take it with us wherever we go to find the our fields, and we'll go find a field. I think we were going to look. So we're down here, but I think what we need to do is potentially, I'm thinking about these fields up here. Let's turn around and... So I've just spotted this area here, which is the windmill and this little barn area. This looks like a nice little area to sort of set up our farm, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if we can demolish the windmill or anything. I mean, there's very little here, but this looks like a prime sort of site. There's a stalk or something that's built a nest on the chimney. That's cool. I like that. That's a nice detail. I think we're going to go for this. This is a nice little plot of land here that we can build our starting farm on. There's a couple of good fields around. We'll have a look at the prices. So we are here at farmland 16. So if we go across to farmland and we'll start to see some prices. 74,000. That's not a bad price. That could be our starting area. And then we're going to buy field 5, 58,000. And let's buy 3, 4 and 6 as well if we can. So if we buy that small section of map there, maybe 1 and 2 as well, that gives us a sizable starting patch, doesn't it? There we go. We've got 278,000 to now be getting on with our farm. So that's certainly stuff. That's enough to be getting on with. I think that's a large enough area, and then eventually we'll expand out to these maps: 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Those farmland, and number 10 as well. And then I guess the aim is to expand then downwards to the rest of the map. Maybe we'll see how we get on. But let's get started because we're going to need to either do some contracts to build our money up or harvest what we've got here. So we'll have a look and see what we've got that we need to, because there could be stuff that we need to harvest. So let's go to growth. So we've got crop types. We have got what we got. Looks like we've got some sunflowers, some corn, sugar beet possibly. I think that's sugar beet. Potatoes or long grain rice. We'll have a look. We'll drive up to these farms and have a look. Let's unhitch this subsoiler because we don't need that right now. We might demolish these sheds here as well. We're not going to need them. We're gonna need to build our farm eventually, but this is our starting area. Let's go around to field 16 first of all, which is, I think this is this one. I think this is farmland. So this is 16 here, which is probably where we're going to build our farm yard, or our main sort of area for storing our vehicles and things. Field 5 is just in front of us. Is that it there? So we've got a small river that is there. So that's field. Oh, there we go. That's field 5. What have we got growing here? We've got carrots. I don't like harvesting carrots, but we'll give it a go. We'll see how we get on with that when they're ready to be harvested. And then in the next field over, it looks like we have just grass, sugar beet. So that's all growing as well. Nothing is to be harvested yet. What we also need to do is just adjust our game time. So let's go to general settings. I'm going to set it to real time. We're going to have seasonal growth. We're going to have 2 days per month for the minute. That's just sort of where I go, how I do it. I do 2 days per month at the minute. We're going to have crop destruction on because that means we need to just be extra careful. We are playing hardcore. Fieldstone on, lime required. Weeds, we'll have those on as well. Periodic ploughing, yeah, we'll go with that. Disaster destruction. Ooh. I think since we're playing hardcore, we'll leave that on as well. We'll go dirt fast. Engine, we'll turn that off. And we'll leave all of that on. And then we're going to rename the game. We're going to rename that hardcore. Hardcore. Why is that not coming up? There you go. So that's what we called that. We'll go up to here. We'll go to general settings. I don't think there's anything on there that we need to change. No. Vehicle steering sensitivity. That's all that. So we don't need to do any of that. We'll save the game whilst we're here. And right. So in this field we have sugar beet. That's growing. There's something that we needed to harvest, which is up here. Now I'm just sort of skirting the outskirts of this field here. What have we got? We've got some wheat or barley. I think it's wheat. That's wheat. That's ready to harvest. So we're going to need to hire a harvester, since we can't afford one. it's very unlikely that we're going to be able to afford a harvester at the moment. Sugar beet, that's growing. So we've got what looks like 2 fields of sugar beet, some wheat, and something up here as well. And being careful not to go across the field because crop destruction is on, so we do need to be careful with that. Ooh, careful. What have we got? Sorghum. Sorghum? That's that growing. So we've got sorghum, sugar beets. So we've got a small variety of crops growing, which we need to be careful with. So we need to get a harvester for the wheat. So let's jump to the shop, which is that menu, and see if we can buy a harvester. There's nothing there in the used equipment, so I'm going to have to be careful. What have we got here? We could buy the Macdon, but it's quite a... buying the Macdon and the harvester pack, buying a harvester afterwards would be quite tricky. These are quite expensive. We're going to have to go with the Massey to start with. We might just lease it. I think that might be the way to go. We'll stick some Continental tyres on there. So we'll lease our harvester. We could go for a bigger one if we're going to lease it, but we'll lease this one because it's cheap. And then we need a trailer. We'll buy a trailer, and we'll buy the header, I think. Oh no, we'll lease the trailer. So we're going to lease equipment. I've made a decision now. We're going to lease equipment whilst we are trying to make some profit, and eventually we'll buy our own. So it's gonna cost us, but we just need it to harvest for the minute. So we'll go back to our small little yard that we've got over here. And we'll stop our tractor here. I might work on the yard off camera, and then you guys can come back to the next video and find out what we've created. Or we could do it in here in the stream video. We'll see. We'll go and get our harvester. We'll do some harvesting first. So we need to turn the engine on. I've done that wrong. Let's work it. Let's get this right. Drop the header onto the trailer, then connect the trailer. That would be the right way to do it. Ooh. Yeah, all nice and straight. Yeah, that's not quite the way we want to do it, but it does sort of auto adjust. This is quite a good little harvester, actually. You get it on most of the starting farms. On Riverbed Springs, if you're starting there and you go for the start farm, you do get this harvester, and it's quite useful. It only has a top speed of 17. It's not the fastest. Right, I'm trying to work out how to get back to my farm now. It was up there somewhere, but we'll see if we can go down this way. We'll try and explore the map. Oh no. Right, I thought the AI was supposed to go round us. I don't think we really gave them much choice there. Let's see if we can get to our farm. There's a path up here. let's see if we can get up there. So I'm going to drive to the farm to drop our brand new purchase off, or our lease even. And I'll bring you guys back in once we're on the field. So I'll see you in a little while. Okay guys, welcome back. We are here now at field number 3, I believe it is, with the harvester. We had to take a little tour because I lost my way, but we're here. Apologies as well for the start of the video not having game sound. I've now rectified that. So we have got game sound coming through now. And we're going to get our harvester unloaded, get it all set up ready to go. So we're going to bring the header round this way, just here. We'll unhook and we'll attach the header, and we'll begin our harvest of wheat, which hopefully we can sell for some profit. If we don't have anywhere to store it at the minute, so we will need to harvest and sell. I also need to buy a trailer at some point. So let's start with our headlands. Let's go into this menu. We want steering assist. We will. Oh, so if we want one headland, I think one headland will be enough. Let's go into that. It's saying no lane available. Unfold the harvester. Why is it saying no lane available? There we go. So we just need to creep onto the field a little bit more just to enable the GPS. So that is unfolded. To lower our header. Come back a little bit. Turn that. What happened there? Turn on the harvester. And we'll begin our work. We'll jump into the cab view for harvesting. I quite like that. We've got some sunflowers growing on that field there. Do we own that field? Yes, that is one of our fields. So we'll check that as well, see if we need to harvest them. I don't think we do. What's our calendar? So we can plant and harvest canola. We're harvesting wheat, canola, oat. We can harvest potatoes, rice. We don't have any rice. Apparently we can harvest sorghum, but it's not grown yet. And poplar, red beet, carrots, parsnips, green beans, peas, spinach, grass, which is all year round anyway, and oilseed radish are things that we can harvest in the month of August. Let's just cut this corner out. I've seen very many videos where the AI does the same. They sort of cut that corner as they're going into their harvest. So we're going to do the same. Just make things easier for us as we do our headlands. Jump out of the cab for a minute. We've also got the swath enabled so that we can get some bales, which might be useful for us at some point. It would be nice if we could put the radio on, but I'm a bit cautious of doing so. I don't want to get stuck with a copyright sting or anything like that, so we won't put the radio on at the moment. If you are wondering, I'm playing on Xbox. I am a console gamer. So we are on Xbox Series X. And while I've got people watching the video while I'm thinking about it, I will have some more Star Trucker content coming very soon, in partnership with Truck Stop Radio. We have been asked to produce some Star Trucker content in partnership with Star Trucker and Truck Stop Radio, and there will likely be some giveaways as well. I'm not going to say what the giveaways are at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say just yet, but keep your eye on the channel. If you haven't subscribed, then drop a subscribe. If you haven't like the video, and you could be in with a chance of winning some exclusive stuff, whatever that stuff will be, but there will be stuff. So if you have played Star Trek, or even if you haven't but you're interested, keep an eye on the channel, because content will be coming very soon for that. So we are done with our headlands on this one. We've only done one headland, and we can now... the headland doesn't look particularly straight, so this is one of our lines up here, main lines. We seem to be harvesting that bit. Let's raise the header and then lower it down again. This is a weird line that it's set for me, but we'll go with it. We're going to come back and do the left lane in just a second. There's some very odd fields, but they're manageable. I think these small fields will work for us as we work to build the farm up. So we're going to go with them. We don't want anything too big, too hard to manage just at the moment. As we grow and as the farm builds, then of course we'll get more equipment, bigger equipment. We'll be able to essentially hire AI workers. We could hire AI workers now, but we are on a tight budget. So we're going to have to do the work ourselves for the moment. Get the GPS to give us a good line. We're going to need to buy a baler or rent one so that we can complete this harvest. We're going to need a trailer to take the wheat to wherever we need to go to sell it. I'm hoping for some good prices. We haven't set the economic difficulty to hard. We've left that at normal because I think we've got enough of a challenge trying to maintain any sense of a profit within our game mode that we've given ourselves, our challenge. Where's our line? Let's have our line, thank you. There we are. That was a little bit... yeah. I wasn't sure about that line for a minute, but it did it. We're off. We're doing our thing. Jump in the cab again. It's a bit noisy. Jump back in the cab. The attention to detail is amazing. I do like it. That's cool. Have we come off our line? No, our line is still there. Okay. I got distracted looking around. Let's raise the header as we turn around. And we want... what do we want? We want this line here? Yes. Let's activate that. Bring the header down. And we're good to go, I think. It does seem like our working width is a bit wider than the blue lines. At least from the cab angle, it is a little bit. The header is a little bit... I think the actual working width of the header is the blue line, so it's right. It just looks like the head is wider than the working width. I never change these things. I just leave them as auto a lot of the time. You can change them if you need to, if you want to. So that's us coming to the end of the line there. Let's bring that up so we can turn around. We've got a bloody great tree in the way, or bush. We'll get rid of that. There's our line. Press B to activate that line. Put the header down and we're off again. I'm going to finish this field up. I'll bring you guys back in when we're done. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys back in a little bit earlier than I was hoping, and that is only because our harvester is now full, so we need to buy a trailer. We have a semi trailer available to us in the used vehicle sale. We don't need it, so we're not going to buy it. I know I said, we must buy what's in the used. We don't. It's not that we must, but if we are looking for equipment and it's in the used thing, that's the rule. We'll try and buy it from there. Essentially, what is it I said? I need to double check. Only buying used equipment. Okay, so I did say we only buy used equipment. We can only buy used equipment when the equipment is available to us. If it's not available to us, then obviously we can't buy it. But we do need a trailer, so we're going to have to buy one of those. It's going to cost the farm a fair bit of money, which is going to reduce our funds, which is not what we wanted to do. So we'll buy a trailer that is reasonably priced. I'm not buying a 30 grand one. That's really not going to be... I think we're going to have to... A bale trailer? Oh, no, these are quite good because these are quite modular. Not nearly big enough for what we need, but our options are limited and they're expensive. I think we're going to just have to make that sacrifice where we're going to buy one of these. That's 50 grand. Maybe not. Ooh, let's buy that one. We'll buy these ones for the minute. If we need to make more trips, then we'll have to do that. I'm going to change the colour. I want green. It's not really what I wanted to do. It's a lot of money. But we do need to harvest our goods. Let's head down here. We'll go and get our trailer. We'll bring it back. That is not a road there, is it? It's well, there's a ditch and a path, and then the shop is over that way somewhere. We'll find some kind of road that we can take to get us back to the shop. This looks like it might be useful. Oh, we've gone across someone's farm that they've just limed. We don't want to do that. Oh, okay. I thought we might find some kind of useful path. There's a road down here by the looks of it. We'll take that. It seemed to be. We seem to have put ourselves miles away from any sense of civilization, but that's not a problem. It just means that it takes a while to drive anywhere to the store and stuff. We'll work on it. The lake's looking nice. Here's our trailer, so we'll hook up and then we can collect our wheat. We can take it to a selling point or a production point so that we can make some bread or something. We'll see. We'll have a look at what the prices are doing. I'm going to drive up. No, I'm not. I'm going to go up this way. It's interesting that crop destruction is on, but it doesn't affect fields that aren't yours. I've always found that interesting. If crop destruction is on, it should be all crops, whether they're yours or not. But then that's not really fair on the other farmers. The AI farmers, or whatever you want to call them, the NPCs. Let's head up here. It should take us to our farm. There's a path around here somewhere. Yeah, there we are. We'll go that way. There's lots of very small sort of fields that you could merge together, I suppose, if you wanted to, on this map. To make large fields. It's really up to you. Our harvester's over there. Trying to ensure that I don't drive across any crops. Which is a problem there because the pipe's on the wrong side. So I'm going to park the tractor here. I'm going to grab the harvester and I'm going to bring it the other side of the tractor just to make things easier for us. So I don't want to ruin crops that are profit for us. So normally you would drive the tractor alongside the harvester in real life. You do it that way, but I'm not. Yeah, we haven't done that because we're trying not to use AI too much. I think we'll leave the tractor there and collect some more wheat so that we can fill that trailer up as best we can. That makes more sense to me. Right, let's jump back into the cab. Let's lower that and turn it on. Select our line and we're off again. So we're about halfway through the field now. Need to be careful because that's one of my fields. I need to be careful not to destroy the crop. That field of carrots though, I could happily destroy that. That's not a problem for me. I'm not a fan of harvesting the carrots at the moment. Until there's a mod that comes out that makes harvesting carrots easier, I'm not a fan of harvesting them. It's quite tricky. You really need sort of 2 players, or you need the AI to be a bit more reliable with it. I found on Hutan Pantai or Hutan Pantai, harvesting carrots, the AI constantly got stuck and didn't know what it was doing, which makes it almost impossible to harvest crops like carrots effectively. So I'm not going to be harvesting carrots anytime soon. So the carrots we've got growing, we may replace them with something else. It's going to cost us, but I might replace that field and grow a different crop. So last little bit of this field to harvest. And then the next step will be to decide what we're going to do with the wheat, whether we're going to try and sell it to the grain mill to make bread or some other product that we can then sell, or sell it as wheat. I have done with it. Yeah, we'll make the decision in a second. We'll look at the prices and see what we can get, because we want to maximise the profit. There we go. There's a couple of missed bits, I think, but we're looking alright. Let's go back to our tractor and empty the harvester out. We can turn that off now. Let's get the pipe out. Get the pipe out. There we are. So let's have a look. Turn the harvester off for a minute. Jump into our tractor and let's have a look at the prices. It's going to save. Prices are here. So we've got wheat. So bread is low at the moment. So the highest price we can get for bread is 3,593. As you can see, at the moment in August, bread is at the lowest price point it can be. So we don't want to do bread at the minute. Flour, wheat flour. Yeah, that's low as well. January seemed to be the highest price for anything to do with wheat. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. Wheat. We are going to be struggling to make money until January by the looks of it with the wheat. We can sell this to Erlengratt. That's interesting. I think in order to make the most money, we're going to need to take it to the grain mill. It's 500. It's 200 off where we'd want to be in January, but we do need to make some money. Let's head to the grain mill. We'll sell the wheat at the price it is. It's not the best, but like I say, we need to be turning a profit. We've got 234,000, which is not a lot in farming terms. We started with 1 million, remember? And a lot of the equipment is fairly expensive. There's a nice place to start building a house or something there. That could be a nice place to build a farmhouse. That is something we want to look at, actually. We're probably going to need to build a farmhouse soon. So we'll have a look at our... so we'll have a look at a construction project next, I think, and start work on building our farmhouse and putting our roots down. We'll take this to a grain mill, see how much we get. Not going to be a lot. Where's the best route? Is there a path along here somewhere? Yes. But yet again, it's someone's farmland. Yeah, I wouldn't like it if someone drove across my farmland, so I'm going to avoid driving across theirs for the moment. Can I go down that way? I think we'll stay going this way. It takes us to the road. My driving's atrocious. I'm sorry. I'm not using the wheel today. Normally I use my wheel to play this, but today I haven't done so. So we are coming up to the grain mill now, where we can sell the wheat and hopefully get some money. I'm not sure I like the fact that it says dump wheat. We're not dumping it, we're selling it. It's making us a little bit of money. We made £5,357 on that one. So it's a start. It's a start. A small and possibly insignificant start, but a start nonetheless. Let's get ourselves back to the farm. I'm wondering if there's a quicker way to get there. There was a path near the shop that got us there very quickly. What about this one? This road looks good. Sorry, just ran over someone. There's our farm with our windmill over there. So having harvested, our next task, I think, is to build ourselves a house. And we are going to need some wood for that, which is going to cost us money again. Take this path across this ditch and go up this way. Is that turning? It is turning, that's very cool. So the windmill is rather old and decrepit. I think we might get rid of the windmill. Let's see if we can clear this area. Let's jump out. So the windmill is turning, but I don't think it actually does anything. We can't go inside it. Collect? Oh, we found a collectible. Golden apples. So you've got to find golden apples on this map. So that's helped. That's 5 grand. Any more? Any more? So as we play as well, we'll look for these golden apples because they will help our finances. I don't think... I didn't even see the golden apple then. That was weird. I'll have to look at that back. There's nothing else around here, I don't think. Let's clear this land then. Go into construction. Go into demolition mode. What can we demolish? Can we remove? We can't remove the house with the stalk on it. And we can't remove the windmill. It looks like we can't remove any of these things, which is slightly annoying. I'm hoping that gets fixed in a patch or something. It would be nice to remove these decrepit old buildings, but we'll see how we get on with that. So yeah, demolish mode is not letting me demolish any of those. So we're going to have to put up with the stalk being there and our knackered old windmill. They're kind of nice little landmark points, I suppose, points of interest or something. Okay, so constructibles. We want a house. I quite like the look of that one. There are farmhouses that you can build here as well. I think if you come down to here, one of these, see, they're quite expensive. There's this one. It's like a caravan. Land is not owned by me. Yes, it is. I own this land. Do I not? Do I not own this land? Yes, I do. Eh? Why is it saying I don't own the land? I do. So there's a little section of land there that it says I can't build on. Just that little, that's very bizarre. So I could build a caravan to live out of, some kind of weird sort of static caravan thing. It's 55,000 though, that's the problem. Or we could try and build a house. So we're going to build a house. So we're going to go constructibles. Now I quite like the look of this sort of silo looking thing. That's quite cool. This is, land is not owned. Well, it just literally confirmed that we own that land. That's very strange. Overlaps with another object. That's very odd. Land is not owned by you. I definitely own the land. How very strange. I could put it here. Again, it's saying land not owned by me. I literally own the land. I bought this land. I could put it here, overlapped with another object. That's very strange. Why is it saying that? I definitely own the land. Definitely own this land. Let's farmland. Oh, I actually don't own this little corner of land. That's very strange. So why can we not... We can buy that bit, and we can buy that bit, and we buy that bit, but we can't buy this bit. This little section, although it is technically, I would say it's part of that 16, it's not ours. That's very bizarre. Anyway, so we own 16, so... Right, so we can't build on this section. We can use it, but we can't build on it. So we're going to find somewhere along here that we can start building our farmyard, I suppose. I like this building. I like this round sort of building. And we can always change it later. There's a couple of buildings here, farmhouses, that you can build and then go into. I believe you can go inside. At least I've seen a video where you can go inside one of them. But these don't look like the ones that you can actually go inside of. So I don't know if those were mods. Anyway, I like this one. We're going to build this one. It's saying land not owned by you again. Not really giving me much option, is it? £2,000. Yeah, we'll go for that. Okay, so we've laid our plot. We will jump in our tractor. I just want to unhitch the trailer. We'll park our tractor next to the construction area. And we'll see what we need. So we need wood beams, we need planks long, and we need normal planks. So, okay, let's figure out then where we will buy the planks from. Production, sawmills, wood planks long, products. So, I don't know if we need to supply the planks or whether we can just go to the sawmill and buy planks already. I suppose we need to find that out, don't we? Do we need to supply the planks to start with? Wood beams, 416 wood. Okay. Let's... It's saving. Okay, so let's head to the sawmill and see if we can purchase our wood. So we've clicked visit, which has sort of fast travelled us to the sawmill. And there's a production spanner thing there. Buy the building for 300,000. No, we don't want to buy the building. I want to buy some wood. Is there anywhere where we can go to buy wood? Or do we need to now harvest trees? I don't know. This whole mechanic is kind of new. There's an information point here. Let's have a look. Sell wood. I don't have any wood to sell. Turn on flashlight. Oh, there's a person over here. Let's talk to this person. They might be helpful. Hello. Start conversation.
I don't know you. Let's change that. My name is Noah. I am a 45-year-old man.
I'm not sure.
I like licorice and walking through the woods. I prefer tomato stews to
I'm
deciduous.
not sure why you need to tell me all this information.
You want to know more? Then I will comply with your request.
Who speaks like that? I will
Well,
comply with your request.
Harold is a retired carpenter. He built a successful carpentry business focused on chairs. He did many other things as well, but chairs were his favorite. That's why he called his carpentry company Charismatic Woodwork. Yes, exactly. A pun as a company name. That's him, a jokester through and through. And he always wanted me to step into his shoes. But as you grow up, you start to develop your own interests and do not necessarily share a knack for unnecessary amounts of wordplay. I'd rather provide the raw wood itself. That's why I'm a lumberjack, doing the lumbering. There are so many factors to keep in mind before you can even start thinking about carving something after the wood harvest. Type of wood, its quality, age, most things. Being a lumberjack, I start the process even earlier than the usual wood carver. I plant the trees. I have to think about the quality of the soil, the climate, the forest composition, etc. Tending to trees is akin to conducting an orchestra. Achieving harmony is essential to creating a symphony of beauty in how to tune trumpets, if you know what I mean.
Right. I don't really understand what you mean, but carry on.
To continue the story, however, lucky me, my sister Melissa took over his workshop. She is quite the skilled carpenter, and always wanted to work in his wood shop, and so our father granted her wish. I never really had a connection to wood on my father's side, but I do in fact like carving wooden figurines. Both my sister and I have a talent for wood carving. The moment we were able to handle a wood carving knife, we were competing to carve the most elaborate figurines. It's still up for debate which of us is more proficient at wood carving. She primarily uses basswood. If you ask me, that's enough to end the debate right here. She used to live in Silver Run Forest. Her figurines are quite popular over there. She still holds that over my head.
I'm going to say that's more information than I actually needed to know.
I think a lot of words were said now. As I have to proceed with my business, I wish you farewell.
Yeah, okay. Right, so we've laid down our plot for our farmhouse. So that's going to be part one. That's the end of that part. And I'm now going to bid you farewell until the next part. And I'll see you very soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.